Good morning, everyone. Yeah, we start the show right at 9. And much like at 10 o'clock, there was a 9 o'clock news dump as well. So just got an item I got to add to the show today. All right. How you doing, Kyle?
I'm good. I mean, I hope that they follow this up with a poster, though, so we kind of from breaking news. Assuming we're talking about the same thing. I'm doing well. How about you?
I don't think we are talking about the same thing, so why don't you make sure I see whatever you're talking about?
Okay.
Hello, welcome to another week, another exciting week here at the LPTV Disney Morning Show. We're going to catch you up on what's going on in the world of Disney today. Then we're going to do it again tomorrow, the next day, and the next day, and then we're going to take the weekend off. My name is DB Mosley, co-founder here at Laughing Place. That guy over there is managing editor Kyle Burbank. How you doing, Kyle?
I'm doing well.
Do you have a
I
middle
don't
name
think
that you want to?
anything that I did was new, or maybe it is. I don't
Do you have a middle name you want to share with us?
know. Richard.
Kyle Richard Burbank, KRB. Do you have monogram towels?
I don't have monogram towels. I have some monogram things. My dad has the same initials, so that makes things
Do
easy.
you have cufflinks with your monogram on them?
Well, I will have those once we get our idea off the ground, get our prototypes in place.
Shh, don't tell anyone.
Since we're not being vague.
Very coy.
You have to
Very
delete
coy.
that from the channel.
Oh, cool. Okay. Let's get started the way we do every day, and that is with the money. All right, Kyle. I think we were about 91 on Friday. It's been a long weekend. How do you think Disney stock is doing now?
Let's just say up, because we're talking about Carl Fredrickson in a little bit, so I'll say up.
Yeah, pretty flat.
Yeah.
Pretty pathetic.
I mean that graph doesn't look like flat, but
Good point. You can really play with graphs though, depending on what you.
you really
what
can.
if
That's
you're top and
50
bottom.
cents, and it looks like the world's ending.
All right. All right. Next up, we have our favorite.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Monday edition of the LP Weather Update. I hope you all had a great weekend. I spent the time listening to more music. Poor old Johnny Ray sounded sad upon the radio, moved a million hearts in mono. Our mothers cried, sang along, who'd blame them? You've grown, you're grown up, so grown up. Now I must say more than ever, tu ra lu ra ai. And we can sing just like our fathers. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will be mostly cloudy today and won't break 70 degrees. Kyle is insanely jealous. Walt Disney World will reach 93 today, but that will feel like 99. Now it's Doobie who is jealous. Castaway Key is currently experiencing thunderstorms that will only intensify in the next few hours. However, things should clear for the evening when it will still feel like 90. Disneyland Paris is seeing scattered showers this evening, but it should be dry before the nighttime's entertainment with temps in the 70s. Tokyo will be mostly overcast tomorrow with a high of 82 and evening low of 73. Shanghai will be cloudy tomorrow and top out at a very reasonable 80 degrees. Hong Kong, on the other hand, will make it up to 87 that will feel like 99. Also, isolated to scattered thunderstorms are expected throughout the day. And thus begins another week of the LP Morning Show Weather Report. As a reminder, I'm open to song requests, so shoot them over via Super Chat. Bye for now.
Oh, wow. Not only shoot them over via super chat. Ethan,
Yeah.
you are not getting a portion of any super chats we receive. That one took me a long time, which it shouldn't have, but I couldn't place it until he got to the Come on, Eileen, another 80s classic by Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Yes, good job.
One of their mini hits, right?
Yep, just thousands and thousands of hits. Just a songbook that's unrivaled.
All right, this is the breaking news that Kyle saw. It is the trailer for Carl's Date, which is going to be
The
the
trailer
final.
for a short.
The trailer for a short. I know. I feel like this trailer. I'm glad it's a short trailer. It's not like the full 2-minute trailer. It's only a 30-second trailer. Carl's Date, which is going to be in front of Elemental this Friday, and it will be the final of these shorts from Up, which are called Doug Days.
Doug Days, yes. Good job.
Doug Days. Yes. Hey, don't doubt yourself, Doobie. Just go with it. Let's
Spelled
watch.
D-U-G, not D-O-U-G.
It's not Doug Marsh. Doug Marsh Days. No. All right. Let's watch.
Disney and Pixar invite you on a new adventure with Carl.
Made my nose get dead!
And Doug.
Miss Meyer likes me and wants to go out on a date.
Huh?
I don't know how to date. They're fun, right?
Fun is digging in the dirt and destroying your flowers.
Flowers. There's so much to do.
This is not fun at all.
You really don't teach old dogs new tricks.
I am old?
See Disney and Pixar's all-new short film, Carl's Date, with Disney and Pixar's Elemental, only in theaters June 16th. Disney and Pixar.
That was cute.
I am more excited for Carl's Date than I am for Elemental.
Wow. Hot take doobie. Call you Ember. Call you hot take.
Exactly. So here's that's this Friday in front of Elemental. Go see it. We're going to talk about Elemental when it gets closer. Have we had our LP review of Elemental? I can't remember.
You would think, but also I didn't.
I don't think we've had our full
Don't blame
review
me.
yet. So obviously when that comes, we'll have our review. We'll look at the Rotten Tomatoes. We'll give our box office predictions. But that's all coming later in the week. Not yet. The other breaking news, the one that I saw, and I don't even know if this is actually breaking, and this is not accurate. So the tweet says, just spotted the latest drop of the Disney 100 Decades Collection series celebrating the 1960s arrives June 19th. And then I click on the link, and I'm seeing stuff from the 50s. So I guess they haven't actually
That's
released
because
the
it's not
stuff
June
yet.
19th yet.
I thought they put up the stuff to kind of highlight what's coming. You just couldn't buy it yet. But apparently not. So let's just look at the tweet. Got 101 Dalmatians there. Jungle Book ears. This is the tease for what's coming 1 week from today.
Yep.
All right. We're good now. See, I'm okay not being on top of that one because it literally dropped while the intro was playing. I have my limitation. Speaking of breaking news, this is big. You alerted us to this. I'm going to let you have it.
Yeah, so halfway to the holidays is coming up, and today the Disney Parks Twitter has been doing a reindeer tracker. They've been giving different coordinates, so I've been tracking along, and she's started off in North Canada, and it's just gone further north than at last check. He was north of Greenland, so you would have thought he was heading south to something like Florida. Nope. Going back home. I don't know what's happening, but yeah, if you can tell by the by the number in the first number that he's going north.
I don't know how to read Latin long. Point of inquiry.
Sure.
It's June. What's this reindeer doing? Is he confused? Is he lost?
I guess so. Halfway to holiday, they're going to announce some holiday stuff. I don't know if that's happening today or if that's happening just some point this week. I think when we looked at the treats and stuff, a lot of them were the 13th or the 15th. So I don't know if that means we have to wait till tomorrow for them to announce the stuff, but we know it'll be the usual. They're the different parties and things like that. It's very predictable. But yeah, this is an interesting little thing that they're doing with the reindeer tracker this morning. I'm waiting for it to pay off, and probably won't.
Gio thinks perhaps the reindeer are training for the Princess Half Marathon. I feel bad. I forgot
Of course,
to say hello
it's
to
only 13.1 miles, not,
Forgot to say hello to everyone this morning, all of our regular viewers. Hello, Nikki B. How are you? Gio, great to see you today. Charles Johnson, all the way from
Can
Brooklyn,
we go back
New
to
York.
Gio's for a second?
Yeah.
Every time I look at this, I think he's wearing like bunny ears, but it's just the design of the castle.
Two fists in the coffee. Charles Johnson joining us from Brooklyn, New York. Thank you very much. Rich Ostry, our favorite MEI travel agent. Tell your friends, Rich, why are you the only one here every day? Make sure all your travel agent friends know where they can get their Disney news every day. And the rest is repeat, so we're going to leave it at that. Okay, really cool news coming out yesterday.
Yeah.
Really cool.
And we were there because
Go for
LP
it.
is everywhere. This is so Alex is up at up in, I don't know if up is right. He's in Annecy, France, which is near Switzerland, as I learned this morning. And there's the animation festival. And at that, they premiered a new short that's going to run before Wish called Once Upon a Studio. And it's celebrating 100 years of Disney animation so I guess there's like 400 characters in this short. Completely new animation, but some reused audio. And you'll see characters from hand-drawn through CGI all commingling, I guess. And Alex got to see the full thing, so he has a kind of write-up about it. And everyone's kind of looking forward to this one. It'll play before Wish in November when it comes out.
And he says it's Night at the Museum meets Walt Disney Animation Studios. Just so many characters. He says forget the release on Wish. He can't wait for it to hit home video so we can actually dissect it, because there's just so many characters to go through. And who knows how many Easter eggs are thrown in there too that you won't notice until you really get to dissect it. So I expect we're going to get a lot of content out of this once it hits home video. Alex will be busy. That's really exciting. He said it got rapturous applause. So
he didn't time it. Did we not give him a stopwatch before?
We did not get a timer, and we also did not get. He did grade it. It wasn't tepid. It was rapturous, but we don't know how long it lasted.
People weren't talking in French about how bored they were.
And this was talked about by Trent Corey and Dan Abraham. I'm sure you get those names. And they also had
which
Eric
they
Goldberg
directed Once Upon a Snowman.
Yes, and also and also Eric Goldberg was there, because there's a lot of hand-drawn animation in this too, and of course he's the master with the company right now. So I'm really looking forward to this, perhaps more than Disney Wish itself. See, that's why they do these shorts, to bring people in who wouldn't otherwise see the films. I presume that's why they do them. Why else would they do them?
There's several reasons why they do shorts, but
tell us, Mr. Short.
Well, it's a good opportunity to kind of develop talent and see what kind, like try new, it could be technologies, it could be trying out different storytelling devices, and kind of also seeing what these people, like I think at Disney, they're able to, they have a pitch program. So these people get to kind of, like Shark Tank, pitch their short, and they get selected and they get to direct it. And so then you see how they do, and maybe it leads to promotions down the road. And you kind of, give people some hands-on experience so that when it comes time for that bigger step, they're ready to take it. So it works on a number of levels. And of course, yes, you get content and you can attach it to films, and people like you will find that more appealing than the movie itself.
That was a fantastic answer. I'm glad I asked. It was a really good answer. I'm just so cynical, But people look at me. It's Doobie Pessimism Mosley is my middle name. You're Richard. I'm Pessimism. All right, some really great news.
Which is funny considering my nickname for my middle name.
Hi, Kyle.
It's my name. I wanted to make the
joke. So this next story I learned about in our Slack, our internal Slack, when Mike Celestino typed one word: outlaws.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about the new movie coming out. I think it's on one of the streamers. I don't even know.
I had no idea, so I just Googled outlaws, and apparently there's a new Star Wars game coming out. Da-da-da-da. It is not that. I mean, it is that, but that's not.
It's an open world Star Wars game.
Yeah, called Star Wars Outlaws. It's coming next year. Nothing more specific than that.
Yeah, well, if they announce the date, it would just get pushed back anyway.
Well, since they announced 2024, I'm assuming it'll come out in 2025.
Yeah. Video games have great track records.
PS5 and PC. It is set between the events of Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back and Star Wars: Return of the Jedi. And players will step into the role of K-Vess, a clever scoundrel in the galactic underworld. And not only did they announce it, but they have given us a trailer, which we are about to endure. Enjoy.
These are dangerous times. At least that's what I hear. The Empire? They're everywhere. But the world here belongs to the syndicates. I want to survive, I have to play their game. Looks like I'm all in.
She's in here somewhere.
On second thought, I'm out.
There she is.
I've been held back my whole life. And now, I just need a chance to finally be free. Wherever that takes me.
I'm here to offer you a way out, okay?
Get off my ship, Jalen.
Give me a chance. You're gonna have to trust me. It'll be dangerous, risky. But if you pull this off, you'll never look over your shoulder again.
The underworld shows no mercy. But it's a big galaxy out there, and I'm gonna risk it all.
Star Wars Outlaws, coming 2024.
Well, since I don't have any other consoles except a Switch, they didn't sell me on the game, but they did sell me a plush. That's why people come, right? It's the same thing. Like, you're more interested in the short than the feature. I'm like, oh,
exactly. You get the plush.
That guy.
So I'm not a gamer. We should have seen if Chris Rath was available this morning, or even Mike Silvestino, frankly. Because, first of all, it looks like a TV show, not a game.
Well, cutscenes exist.
What's the difference between what we're seeing here? Because they're making a point. This isn't just a game. This is their first ever open world game. What does that mean as opposed to a regular game?
So have you ever played like GTA?
I'm familiar with it.
Okay, yeah. So it's more like there's a story, but you can kind of like do what you want in between and kind of seek out different quests, decide to do it, rather than just being like a completely linear story.
Okay.
Gio, let me know if I explained that correctly, because I'm not a big gamer either. But I feel like the thing I like about Grand Theft Auto is you unlock new things as you complete different quests, but you can also just run around and do whatever you want and find fun things to do that way. So in that way, I feel like the Lego Star Wars also kind of had some open world elements, but maybe because it's not a straight Star Wars thing.
I thought that's the way all games were now, was you could just kind of roam around and do what you want. That's not the case?
Depends on the game, but I don't. I guess
Tetris.
It's usually more. It's not Tetris.
All right, Gio will tell us more. That sounds good to me, Kyle. Gio sounds just as confident as you did. All right, let's see. We did that. Let's get to some park stuff. I can't believe we've gone this far without getting. I'm not counting the reindeer. We've gone this far without getting to some park stuff. So.
Thank you for reminding me. I should check. Oh, we got a new position. Is this a new breaking news?
Yeah, you need to be able to map it.
The link. I don't know if this will transfer over the thing that I'm looking at, but let's find out.
And you can type a lang long into. Oh, obviously you've been doing it to see where it is.
Oh, I caught it. You'll have to copy and paste the URL because it broke the link. But it looks like he is on the island of Greenland now. At the north tip of it.
This it?
That's it.
Yeah. Zoom out. Wow. This is Greenland? Oh, now I recognize it. Greenland's actually covered in ice, and Iceland is pretty green.
Relatively.
Yeah.
If you've seen Game of Thrones, not so much.
Then it is, right?
There was one of the past ones, maybe like a couple ago. One of the images that came up on the side was palm trees, and I was like, "Is Disney like really know what they're doing? Do they like research what is happening right now? And I still don't know what's happening, but I'm not going to give them credit for it.
All right, so we are going to talk some food now, and that would be the, come on, where'd you go? The Alley Outdoor Patio coming to downtown Disney this summer.
I heard it is owly. Like, yeah, there's a bunch of birds. It's a hoot. But yeah, so
That's a
this,
hoot. That's funny.
the alley coming to. So is Splitsville being replaced, or is it
No
an extension
way.
of
All right, what it said. The courtyard next to Splitsville will transform this summer into the alley, an outdoor patio with interactive games, live music, lounge areas, and seats for dining. So Splitsville has a big area between it and, what is that place called now? It used to be Tortilla Place, but I don't even know what it's called right now.
Oh,
Oh, it is
Tortilla Joe's
Tortilla.
anymore?
Tortilla Joe's, I'm sorry. It used to be Arriba. Now it's Tortilla Joe's. There's a big courtyard there, so I'm guessing this is what that is going to be.
Okay.
It says, it seems like there's no new dining experiences there, but rather a place to enjoy food from Splitsville. So it's almost like an expansion of Splitsville.
Okay.
But that's going to include some fun stuff as well. Splitsville in California, this is California, Splitsville in Florida has an outside band that plays in a big bar out there where you can watch TV. I don't think the one in California is quite that elaborate, so maybe this is the first steps for that. Outdoor skill games. It doesn't say skill. Interactive games, live music. So no Geo, no skill involved. You're not winning any maglets at the alley. Calm down.
I mean, you could if he goes and plays there, although he wouldn't have that Wi-Fi advantage, presumably.
We are all just putting Geo down. Why
How
don't
are
we
we
just
putting
give
Geo
him-
down? I'm saying that he'd be able to still win it, even though he's playing remotely on his phone while sitting at this stupid outdoor thingy.
You seem to be implying one of the reasons he wins. So Geo, for those, he plays Disney Trivia Live regularly, and he wins. I would say he wins probably 50% of the games. He is really good. You seem to be implying that one of the major reasons he's winning is because he has really good internet.
I think it's a factor. I think we've acknowledged that on several occasions since the beginning.
Gio wants to get more points than possible at skee ball. We've got a bug in Disney Trivia Live right now where you can get more than the maximum number of points, which is an oxymoron, but it is the case. All right, at the Jazz Kitchen, Disneyland has shared an updated menu and new look inside Jazz Kitchen Coastal Grill and Patio. Guys, are you ready to be excited by what the Jazz Kitchen has become? Check it out. If not for the word jazz on the wall, would you have any clue this was the Ralph Brennan Jazz
I mean, it
Kitchen?
makes it's in the grand tradition of things being called jazz that make no sense. So, Utah.
At least we know why. I guess we know why here too. Here apparently celebrating the Miami jazz scene. It would seem to me. I believe Blanche Devereaux was a big fan of hanging out here.
It's coastal. They didn't say which coast.
But they have the food. I've heard some reports of the food over here and it actually being very good despite the look. So here's some of the stuff you have. Does this look good to you, Kyle?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Do you eat shellfish at all?
Not really. I mean, I'm not like allergic or anything that I know of, but it's not a favorite. I don't like I used to eat popcorn shrimp as a kid because I don't like the look of regular shrimp. Like seeing all the veins and stuff is gross. So, yeah, exactly. So there's that men catching beignets.
Of course, and some fun beignet-like treats as well. Gio says that looks so tacky. I just can't believe this is what they did to the Jazz Kitchen. Lest we forget.
Yeah, why even call it the Jazz Kitchen?
Ralph Brennan's Jazz Kitchen. I feel like we sometimes forget how cool this place used to look.
Yeah, it's like a mini French Quarter.
From D23. They were proud
really?
enough to put it on the D20. Look at that. I've been to New Orleans, I can say now, and this is the Jazz Kitchen. I've also been to Miami, and this is Miami. So I don't get it, but this is the way they wanted to do it. Who are we? I'm sure they know what they're doing, right, Kyle?
I'm sure.
Sure. We must be.
You're like, look, you can either change or we're going to kick you out. And they're like, all right, fine. We'll do not the bare minimum, but.
So off-board Walt Disney World, they've got a new menu at the Flying Fish at Disney's Boardwalk. This is one of those, to me, one of those hidden gems. Upscale dining, which...
I think it's a signature dining, right?
Yeah, for sure. But one of the easier ones to get into, not easy, but easier than a lot of the other ones. So, you don't need to plan out a month in advance. Food is extremely good. The setting on the boardwalk is really nice. You can walk the boardwalk before or after. So Flying Fish, I'm a huge fan of, and they've got some new dishes there. Let's take a look at some of them and get Kyle's opinion. The Spanish octopus, Kyle. Yay?
No.
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 You can actually tell it's an octopus there, by the way.
You sure can.
Yeah, not for me either. How about the hazelnut dacquoise?
I don't know what it is exactly, but I'm not opposed to it.
Okay. And the oak grilled romaine. This looks kind of nice. Grilling
It does look nice. Here's a quarter of a head of lettuce. We put it on a plate with some pretty colors, and now we're going to charge you $20 for it.
They grill it too.
I'm good.
They grill the lettuce.
I don't need a giant thing of crunchy water, but thank you.
How about the plancha seared scallops? Everybody loves scallops.
I would try it, but I wouldn't. It's not going to be the first thing I order by any means. I've had scallops once in my life. It was about a month ago, and they were okay.
Were they made by Gordon Ramsay?
They were not, but we sure talked about Gordon Ramsay while Becca made them.
All I think of when I hear scallops is that the test food for a chef making scallops?
Well, it's the move that people make when they are confident and they want to show chef that they are confident, because he's going to be like, "Oh, that was a big risk, but you cooked them perfectly," or he's going to be like, "They weren't great, a little rubbery."
How were Becca's?
They were good. I mean, I have nothing to compare them to, but of course they were.
And finally, we have the char-crusted New York strip. This is Kyle's choice.
Yes, of course. Although it doesn't look that great, honestly. I don't know what about it there is not speaking to me.
I will not be going to check out the new menu at Flying Fish Cafe, but if he does, he will try the octopus. All right, so we already talked
to the steak.
For sure. We already talked a lot about the Marceline with the D23 event, both with you and Benji, but you have now written your review up on Laughing Place. I'm going to put a link in the chat, and I just wanted to ask you, is there anything after now going through and writing that review that you realize you probably should have mentioned?
I don't remember what I mentioned on here per se. No, I guess I'd just say a lot of the stuff we did was things that you can do anytime. Like, I appreciate that this was the venue that finally brought me there and gave me the impetus to go. But a lot of the things you can just go any time of year. Like, they might not always have a street fair, and that was fun, but a lot of these things are open year round, even if you don't get to go to the farm. So if the cost of this was putting you off, I feel like the bulk of the cost must have been due to that dinner reception. And yeah, it was cool to get to go to that farm, but it's not. There's tons to. No, I don't know about tons. There's a lot you can do in Marceline without that. So I think just go on your own. It was nice to see it, and if they do this again, do it as well.
Just looking at what's new this week in TV, streaming, and theaters for July 11th through 17th. I feel like I should make this a part of our daily thing. So today,
June.
This isn't just Disney. Did I say July? Sorry, June. This isn't just Disney. This is we're helping you even beyond Disney. That's what we do. So today for you, there's a new show on Game Show Network called Hey Yahoo. Two teams of three players each compete to guess what millions of people are searching for on Yahoo search. It seems like about a decade too late. Contestants are given the first half of a search and then have to fill in the blank based on what they think America is searching for. That is the basis of the game. So
it's Family Feud.
A little bit fun, but based on Yahoo. Yes. Don't. Oh my goodness. Here we go again.
What? I was offering a frame of reference. I'm not saying it's bad.
It's the way
You're
you
the one
said
making
it.
the jokes about Yahoo. I didn't even say anything about that.
So
You're a seagull. Thank you for alerting us to yourself.
Family Feud. So that's all we've got today. Don't let me forget to do this each day because there's more shows tomorrow.
If only there were a
Well, we're
document where you could note such things.
I'm about to put it there.
All right.
Okay, Wednesday's a big
out
day. Wednesday's a big day, so I'm giving you a preview. Thursday's a big day, and then Friday's a huge day. So, yeah, you could read the article, but you'll have more fun if you just wait for me to tell you how big the day is.
I need a bumper for it.
Yes, we do. Good point. Checking out Twitter real quick. Looks like a busy day. I've seen some tweets. A busy day at the Magic Kingdom today. We've talked about how attendance seemed to be pretty light. Not today. Ooh, some stuff from rumors about Halloween Horror Night, which I don't think I'm going to get to go through this here. Okay, I think that's all we got, except for all right, we've got some This Day in Disney History. That's where we talk about what happened on this day in Disney history, but we keep it interesting by letting Kyle show off his Disney history knowledge.
I don't know if show off is the right phrase there.
We're going to start.
Stare blankly at you, embarrassed is more like it.
1928.
Okay.
On this day, if you just heard that briefly, that would have given you a huge hint. I didn't get paused fast enough. On this day in 1928, one of the Mount Rushmores of Disney. Take Walt out of it. Disney creative. If you were doing a Mount Rushmore, this head would be on it.
I don't know. When you say 1928, I immediately think animated characters because that's Mickey's.
I'm talking
or stuff like that.
No,
I understand that you're not
a,
saying that. I'm just walking through my thoughts.
This is a human being that's still alive.
A human being still alive. Okay.
Yes.
Is that? Oh no, it wouldn't be his birthday. I don't think. Hold on.
Rushmore, no doubt, first ballot Hall of Famer, unanimous, going in.
What you said creative, and yes. I feel like you're so. What sort of a creative?
Not only see, Your Highness, but hear.
Oh. So wait, is it Coppola?
Okay, I was just, my hint was more saying, maybe you hear his creativity instead of see his creativity.
Okay. Sherman?
It is a Sherman, Richard Sherman, on this day.
The one who's still alive. That makes sense.
1928, the one who is still alive. So his Mount Rushmore would be funny because it would be one head made of two. He couldn't go in there without his brother, but they wouldn't count him twice. So.
I'm going to switch up. Every time I play it, I kind of think of Walt, and I think you might know what I'm talking about when I say, there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
So this was him at Disneyland during Disneyland's 100th birthday celebration. This was actually on the 100th birthday, and he did this. I believe he did Feed the Birds. This video.
I would hope so because it's in the title.
This video, we took a video of this, but it's not on our YouTube. So this one is from a friend of mine who goes by I Am Tigger. I'm going to put the link there. Go enjoy that on Richard Sherman's birthday. In addition to being a creative genius, one of the absolute nicest Disney personalities you could ever hope to meet. All right, on this day.
And he's, as we learned, it's my middle name.
And sometimes he goes by the other name.
And
on this day,
he plays for the Seattle Seahawks.
Different one. Yeah, he's on Mars, Stars on Mars right now.
Yeah.
This Richard Sherman. On this day in 1957, an attraction opened at Disneyland. Lasted a decade.
Okay, 1957, that weird in between opening day and the expansion.
Is it a coincidence that it went away in 1967? Maybe that tells us what land it was in?
Okay. Sort of. Is it? No. I don't know. What?
I'm going to give you a roundabout hint that should totally give it away. So Adventure Through Inner Space original sponsor, also sponsored this.
Okay, so something with Monsanto. Is it the Hall of Chemistry?
Oh my goodness, the Monsanto House of the
House of
Future. Goodness. Which this is certainly in the top 5 of attractions I would like to visit because it just looks so cool. I want to walk around the House of the Future, see what the world's going to be like in the future. Right. You're not going to
Did
get
the
this
original
one.
Tomorrowland look at 1986, the year I was actually born?
Yes, it did. Your Halley's Comet was returning. Do you remember? Was Halley's Comet a thing for you? Okay.
Yeah.
On this day in 1975, a parade debuted at Disneyland. It had already debuted at Disney World, but then it debuted at Disneyland. This should be really easy.
What year?
1975. 1975.
5.
Piece of cake.
Is that electrical?
No.
Okay.
It debuted a year early. How about that?
Oh, okay. So something with the bicentennial.
Yes. America on Parade. The classic.
That is quite an eagle.
And finally, on this day, in 2020, a movie originally scheduled for theaters, but this is 2020, so it ended up on Disney Plus.
Yeah. In June.
A 12-year-old genius, the descendant of a long line of criminal masterminds.
Oh, so this is by Owen Colfer. It's the Artemis Fowl.
It is, and I wanted to show an image of it on Disney Plus, but as you know, that is no longer possible. It is in the memory hole of films that somehow will never be seen. We can see movies from the 50s and the 40s, but we can't see Artemis Fowl ever.
Are you proud of me for knowing how to pronounce Owen?
Pronounce what?
Owen?
No.
The author's name is spelled, it's an Irish name. It's like Eion or something.
It's not on here. I would have been proud if I had seen it.
Thank you.
But it's not. Okay. I think, check Twitter real quick just to make sure there's not something new here, but I think that's going to do it for today's show. Oh, I would be so remiss. 30 years of Jurassic Park. Yesterday. This was all over the place yesterday. First of all, you have seen Jurassic Park, right?
I have, and I even saw the re-release a few years ago. Well, it was probably like 10 years ago now, but at probably even more than that, at the good IMAX that's at Universal City Walk, and the kid who's in the beginning that's like, doesn't look like a bird to me or whatever, like that kid was actually in the audience.
Oh, wow.
Clearly the biggest celebrity to come out of the movie. But yeah, it was fun. And actually my favorite, the thing I remember most about that screening is that my roommate was sitting next to me, and when the raptors come through the where the electrical panel, she like shot back so far in her chair. I'm like, you've seen this movie. How did you not know that was coming? But like seriously, like it was I thought she was on one of those old cassette tapes. She was so like blown back in her chair.
That's funny, coming from you, who had to instill in me that startle and scared are not the same thing.
Well, I would just jump upwards, but this was very, very horizontal, and but I just didn't understand because the movie was 25 years old at that point, and I thought,
Where
seen
those
it
things
a few
are.
times.
I did not see it in theaters because I'm a complete idiot. I have principal movies, and this was one of them. Two of my principal movies that I failed on miserably were Titanic and Jurassic Park. Thankfully, both were re-released, and I did get to eventually see them in theaters. Easily the best franchise in history, Jurassic Park, right?
Sure.
Okay, thank you for agreeing with me. I loved this that was going around Twitter yesterday, or not Twitter, it was going around TikTok yesterday, is where I saw it at least. Then and now. That's really cool. Iconic scene from an iconic movie. I might watch it today.
Newman's in it. That's always good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I saw something about him. He was talking about doing that scene too. It was not fun, the scene where he dies and all that. Apparently he got all scratched up and stuff. It was not a fun scene to do. You do it for your craft. All right. Anything else, Kyle, before we say goodbye? Goodbye.
Let me refresh my feed real fast, but I'm assuming we can say goodbye. And if anything really big breaks, you know where to find us. Right here. You just have to subscribe and hit the bell and make sure you get all notifications so you know anytime we go live or do anything else.
We'll be live later today at 4 p.m. doing Disney Parks Talk. I'm looking forward to that, presuming Mike Celestino's back, because he's coming back from Florida. And
Do you think Jeremiah will show up this week?
All about his trip. Jeremiah had an excused absence last week. I do not know if he's scheduled to be back. I hope so, because Rebecca won't be here, and I can't do a show with just me and Mike. That's awkward.
Or just you. It's really shaping up to sounding
If
like.
it's just me, then Kyle, guess what you're doing at 4 p.m. today? But hopefully it's me, Mike, and Jeremiah. We'll see.
Me, my Mike, and I.
That it?
Yep.
That's it. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'll see you at 4. We'll see you tomorrow.